Hello and welcome to Situ's Beyond Booking interview. Today I am with the Spires Service Apartments with the wonderful Craig in Glasgow. Craig, you've been here for 20 years, I believe.
Yeah, well, it was 21 in December, 21 years working with the Spires. I basically started in the service apartment industry when it first started, I think. So, yeah, I've been here a long time.
Absolutely fantastic. So, Craig, please tell us more about this wonderful building.
Okay, so the Spires in Glasgow, we've actually been in this property, I think since about 2009, and we were in another property prior to that when this came up, and it's a fantastic location. It's really important for us as a company that we've got self-contained properties. So when this became available, we thought, yeah, we have to take it. It's 25 apartments in total. It's a mixture of 1, 2 and 3 bedroom apartments. We're able to accommodate guests from one person in a 1 bedroom apartment right up to 6 people in the 3 bedroom apartment. So it's a fantastic property.
Amazing. And what type of markets do you see coming here and booking these apartments?
Okay, well, it's a real mix for us. When I started off, it was mainly your corporate traveller that was looking for extended stay accommodation. But we're beginning to see that changing. I think when people are travelling, they want something a bit different. Travelling with families or something a bit more spacious. So for us, it's a real mix between corporate travellers and leisure, and we're actually seeing the leisure catching up with the corporate traveller now, which is great to see. Because you know what it's like when you go away, maybe on holiday, you don't want to be stuck in a hotel. You want something with a bit of space that you can relax.
No, definitely. Yeah. So when talking about the guest experience, you've got such a good rating here. Like, how do you maintain that?
It's the personal touch. We're sometimes looked on as quite a big company because of where we're located throughout the UK. We're in Glasgow, we're also in Aberdeen, we're in Edinburgh, Birmingham, Cardiff. So I think sometimes we're looked on as one of these huge brands, and we're not. We're a small company with a handful of staff. So what we try and do is we try and offer that personal service. So when somebody's phoning Situ to put in an inquiry, Situ are then contacting us, and it's the same people that they deal with and have been dealing with for a long time. So I think that personal touch is something that we can help. And then we put that into all our guests. So we try and communicate as much with our guests as we possibly can, and just to make sure that their stays is perfect.
Amazing, that's really quite excellent. Some of our viewers have been asking, in regards to this amazing location, where are we near to? Are we near to Starbucks?
Yeah, well, this is a fantastic location. We're in an area called the Merchant City, which is quite a well-known part of Glasgow. It's really vibrant. There's loads of bars, there's loads of restaurants, cafes. Everything is there on our doorstep. But also in terms of communications, it's fantastic as well. We're a short walk from Queen Street Station. We're a short walk from Central Station, so if you're travelling by train, it's literally 5 minutes walk from both of these stations. The bus station is less than that from here. If you're coming in from the airport, there's a regular bus service goes straight into the bus station as well. So again, getting here is so easy. And not everybody knows, but Glasgow does have its own underground system called the Clockwork Orange, and there's a station just down the road from us here as well. And also taxis, everything's here for.
Yeah, so close.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah. I think with our location, walking is the best way to get around the city. If you walk, you get to see more, and it's a beautiful city. I think sometimes we all get this tunnel vision when we're walking around cities like Glasgow. We just look at what's down here, look up, some of the architecture, just amazing.
Yeah. So, kind of exploring that a bit further. If I was a corporate guest, are there any hidden gems around the corner?
Well, Glasgow is full of hidden gems. You can just go out and you find hidden gems. Even the people at the street are hidden gems in Glasgow. But there's a place that I found recently, which it maybe sounds a bit morbid, but we're quite a short walk from Glasgow Cathedral, which is an amazing building to go see. But behind it, there's an necropolis, which is a Victorian graveyard. And you think, where is this story going? But it's amazing. This graveyard has been used in so much TV and film. If you've seen a film that's made in Scotland that features a graveyard, it's probably the best graveyard you've seen. But one of the things that I've found out recently about it is there's this story that the place was haunted by a vampire.
No.
Yeah, and I just think this is amazing. Apparently in the 50s, children used to go into the graveyard with wooden stakes trying to find this vampire. But to this day, I don't know if anybody's actually found it. So again, I'd say this, it does sound really morbid, but it's a short walk from here. It's well worth the walk going up and having a look at just going around it. Just the atmosphere in the place. It's just something that you just don't get anywhere else. You know, the history that's in there. So that's my little hidden gem. But only if you're brave.
Yeah.
If you're not brave, there's plenty of other places you can go.
I think my hair's in my arms have gone up. So many of our viewers to our B2B market have been really curious to find out more in regards to trends in regards to the short-term industry.
Yeah.
Could you share some light from your personal?
I can give you my personal views on this. So these aren't official figures, but what we're seeing as a company is we're seeing an awful lot of shorter stays. And the booking window as well has become a lot shorter, so very, very last minute. You might be sitting on a Thursday or a Friday looking into next week thinking, oh my goodness, we've got loads of availability. And then come Friday, it's almost like 4 o'clock on a Friday, everybody suddenly decides, oh, better book accommodation.
Oh.
And then you're full, and it's just, you know, it's crazy. So that's changed. We're still getting long-term business coming in, but there's definitely less of it. It's this shorter 1 or 2 night stays that we're seeing. Other things that we're seeing as well is people travelling with pets. Mm-hmm. And this seems to be, since that, we're not going to talk about 2020, we all know what happened in 2020, but I think everybody went out to buy either a cat, a dog, a chameleon, a hamster, or whatever, and they all want to travel with them now, which is great, you know, so we've adapted to that, and our properties, all of our properties except our Birmingham, pet friendly, so we're more than happy for people to bring their pets with them. It's just amazing. It's like every second inquiry you get now. So people bring their dog, yes, that's fine.
As long as it's not alarm, then you're fine.
Well, I don't know. It's funny, so yeah, you know that's going to happen now.
Yeah.
We've only got room for maybe one alpaca. That's what it is. So.
Oh, brilliant. So, in regards to Spires, do we have any plans over the next, say, like 2 to 5 years of like how we're going to see those developments come through? Yeah,
we haven't got anything on the books at the moment. We're not looking at anything at the moment. We often say, no, that's it, we're up 5, we're not doing it anymore. But as a company, you know, we never say no, and we never say never either. So we don't know. You never know what's going to happen. We don't tend to look at the locations that everybody else wants to be in. So you notice we're not in London at the moment. What we tend to look for is maybe cities where there's a high demand with a low supply. You know, that's what we look for. But one of the key things for us is it's got to be a self-contained property that we get. You know, that's so important with us. So it means that when our guests arrive, you know, the right property, everything's branded. It just makes a difference to us. So yeah.
So we've got a bit of a bonus from some of our viewers. If you were here in this wonderful say you were here for what would be your go-to to cook? Say on like your Monday night when you first say you get all your groceries in, what are you cooking?
Probably pick up the phone and get some food delivered. I'm only joking.
Well, it's not bad, you're in a great location.
Yeah, well listen, there's plenty nearby, but I think sometimes, especially people that travel all the time, the novelty of going out to restaurants every night soon wears off. And especially if you may go to the same places and you go to the same restaurants, it's the same menu, and you just like that. For me, and I've done this quite a few times, especially on a Monday night, which is not usually a fancy dinner night, I just want to get myself a nice steak. You know, we've got everything here that we can do it. Get a big steak, get it on the hob, lovely vegetables with it, sit, feet up, in front of the TV, I don't know if I'm doing that, but sit in front of the TV, and that's what I do. I've cooked so many things in these kitchens. You could do anything here. And again, with our locations, there's usually a supermarket within walking distance, so you can get. And it's good as well if you're maybe got dietary requirements and you're looking for something a little bit healthier than maybe getting in a restaurant. But I am going to say no. If anybody's want me to come and cook the steak for them, no, I'm not doing that.
So, you know, it must be quite like between the neighbouring apartments, like who can have like the best smells coming from the
Well,
kitchen.
we did it once. We actually had a competition for some of our clients. We did a kind of ready, steady cook.
Wow.
Where we gave them all the same ingredients. We gave them an apartment and said, go on, get that cooked. And we had a celebrity chef actually came along and judged it as well. So it was quite a big event, but it was amazing. It was amazing to see what people could produce in our kitchens, because every apartment has a kitchen. It's everything you've got at home. So, yeah. Exactly.
I just wanted to say thank you ever so much for your time today. It has been absolutely wonderful meeting yourself, going around all the different apartments that you have here today and seeing this stunning location.
Yes.
So yeah, I just want to say thank you ever so much for your time today and having a great interview.
No, glad you came along. Yeah, thanks.
If you would like to know any more information, please click the link above to find out more.